Welcome to SHORTY'S SuperCoach and welcome to my press conference. Although a little bit late, it's fair to say. A bit of an update for Shorty. I've been a little bit slack on the press conferences and weekend previews of late, but just got out of hospital, bit of an operation. So I was in there for sort of 3 or 4 days. Everything's all good, nothing to be worried about, but yeah, just had to get a rib out and yeah, so fairly extensive. I was in hospital for a few days, and as you can see, just in the new house. I don't think I've done a video from here yet, but this is the new house that I've probably mentioned quite a few times. So yeah, a bit of a hurdle in the season for Shorty. You know, obviously like to do my best to get the content out at a reasonable time, particularly the press conference. So yeah, forgive me last week, I just wasn't possible, having been in hospital for most of the week and with a bit on the plate. But and yeah, the weekend previews, I mean, the last few weeks I've just haven't quite had the time / the motivation as well. I think a lot of people, myself included, the interest in SuperCoach it wanes a little bit at this stage of the season, and just the general things to talk about in terms of SuperCoach are tough because most people by this stage have 4 to 6 trades and you're simply saving them, so it can be difficult. But I'm constantly looking for ways to spice up the second half of the season, but maybe I should just accept that while the footy season runs till August, September for SuperCoach, realistically the actual SuperCoach content season starts in December, even November, and runs until the buys. So maybe that's just reality. But look, I'll get stuck into my team. You know, it's not going to be the highest quality video. I'm probably looking a little tired and not as upbeat as one would like to be making a video. But I thought after I weighed back on the pain medication and came to life a little bit, I thought I'd do a vid. I also don't have the normal microphone that I record my audio and tie it in with the footage, so potentially I might sound a little bit grainy. But once this gets going, I do load these pages before I start. It seems to be pointless because they just bloody have to load again. So sit back and enjoy this beautiful internet speed. But hopefully I had a good week in SuperCoach. I checked just before and I actually did, which was good. It's funny, it gets to this stage of the season and the intensity that we talk about our side with and focus early in the season is insane compared to what we do now. But so yeah, 2,383, moved up nearly 1,500 spots, which is really good as I look to knock on the door of the top 10,000, and that sort of remained the goal. Last week I think was reasonable. Far out, Jesus, this bloody. I think it was about 2,500, which was a good score, but I think I was pretty much break even in terms of rankings. Strong and no, that's going to struggle as well. Anyway, there we go. Where are we? And I thought my rib was painful. This freaking speed's pathetic. Anyway, I cannot be bothered waiting for that. So look at my team. See, I don't normally get much of a chance to do videos from here, mainly because most of the days I film I'm in Ballarat, just working out of the car. But I do endeavour on doing more. But here's my team, all going quite nicely. Backline was probably the poorest performing line, with Hurley and Webster just not quite up to standard. Really good midfield. Ended up, it's funny, the old vice captain, I've had the VC on Dangerfield for weeks and weeks, and he'd go well, but Mitchell would go even better. So I thought, well, you've got to do Mitchell into Cripps, and it's just the captaincy over the last 4 or 5 weeks is really just pissed me right off, to be fair. Forward line was beautiful. I do want to mention, probably Walters looked as if he pulled up pretty sore, or maybe even twinged something late, so it looks as if he might miss. I'm yet to get a full update on that. But I just wanted to note that not all my trade-ins have really worked. And that's where you make it in SuperCoach. I mean, if you want to really break it down to be right up there, pick a good starting squad, be in the mix after the first 5 weeks. And then it's about trading and continuing the rookie ramp, getting those rookies in, getting premiums in at good prices. But then the third part to it is just those top-ups that we make late in the season, either correctional or must-do trades because of an injury, or just your final few upgrades, and just nailing them, because often our hands can be a little bit tired, because I would love to have Elliot Yeo in there, but on all occasions I just haven't had the funds to do it. And clearly Webster and Hurley, while Hurley's been solid for me, hasn't been as good as I had hoped, and Webster's dished up 2 poor weeks. Again, I just couldn't reach high enough, and that's the price you pay. Even someone like Walters hasn't been as good as I would have liked. Robbie Gray, you could say the same, I think, if I really delved in to him. He hasn't been at his absolute peak for me, but he was good on the weekend. So that's pretty much how my side's going. In terms of Walters, he's not exactly right up there in terms of price, which sort of highlights that poor run of form that he has had. So I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do with him. I'll have a look at the teams when they come out just to see if I've got anything else I need to worry about. But I will be looking for lifts from Hurley, and particularly Webster. I think nothing kicks you in the balls more than a bloke that you bring in that's a bit of a punt late in the season. You just want him to go good from the word go, and he just becomes a bit of a dead weight. So I'm hoping that isn't the case, but we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Hopefully you went well out there in SuperCoach world, and hopefully everything else is going well. Footy teams winning and whatnot. And hopefully you're still enjoying the channel. I will have a couple of other videos coming through in the next few weeks and things like that. But yeah, it certainly is slow going in terms of my channel, but hopefully you can hang in there, and I look forward to seeing you next pre-season. Obviously there's still a couple of weeks left. Hopefully you're still in the league finals and getting a few bragging rights over your mates, but I think a lot of us are already looking forward to next season. Some of you out there might still be a sneaky outside chance for some real dosh. Some guys are ranked really high that comment on my channel, so well done. I'll bid you farewell until next week, but I'll be resting up and just kicking back. Hopefully the Cats can have a good win on the weekend. I'll be at the MCG watching St Patrick's College, which is going to be a really good experience. So hopefully I'm moving a little bit better by the time that comes round. But thanks for tuning in, guys. I appreciate the support, and I'll see you soon. Cheers.